Hello, welcome. I'm Calvin deRuyter, and I want to welcome you to Studio 321 here in the Northrup King Building. And I hope that in a couple weeks we'll be seeing you come through for the 2014 Art-A-Whirl, which will be taking place in mid-May. I'd like to share with you some of the things that I've been working on recently. There's been a shift a little bit in some of the work that I've been doing. Traditionally, I had been all watercolor, and that was admittedly a unusual approach to watercolor in working with layers. But in addition now, in the last year and a half, I've been working with oil. And people may ask, what's the connection between the two? Because the watercolor is primarily landscape, and the oils are primarily non-objective. In this piece, we see the texture is soft and almost to the sense of being a pastel. And this is created by the way that the brush is used in a very direct and almost violent way across the paper to soften it down. And that's how I create the soft texture. In this piece, however, which is probably a more traditional watercolor for me, it's actually a building of many layers. There's probably up to 7 layers in this painting, maybe even more. And it goes all the way from the really soft first layers, which is used with lots and lots of water, as opposed to the building up and the building of the textures until we get to the pure pigment, which we find right here or in the whites, in the bright blues, and those are pure pigment. And that is what allows me to be a colorist. That's why my watercolors tend to be brighter and more vibrant than what people think about when they think about watercolor. Unlike the watercolors, which are visual texture, the oils are basically visual texture plus tactile texture. It is layer upon layer, just as I do in my watercolors, but here the layers are thick, and it allows me to gouge, to go down to lower layers as I build the paint, or even allows me to throw out paint through an extruder, which is how I got the black in this particular painting. The colors have shifted a little bit in my oil work. They're not quite as unified as perhaps they are in the landscapes, but the texture has come through very dramatically in a piece such as this. This particular oil has about 12 to 15 layers of pigment, building from a very pale color to put color upon color upon color. And then the final layer is black. And then I have pulled back using various mediums and even gouging out pigment and the upper layers to get down to one of the lower layers to get to the red. I hope that you come and visit me and that we get an opportunity that you'll pause for a little bit, look at the art, and also talk with me. And I'd love to share more with you about why I do my art, what kind of art I do, and the way that I create the art. We look forward to seeing you here at Studio 321 during the upcoming Art-A-Whirl.